History was just made in the automotive industry, but not because of a new vehicle release. Human workers have officially gone on strike specifically over the threat of humanoid robots taking their jobs. This isn't a theoretical debate about artificial intelligence in some distant future. It is a physical labor stoppage happening right now, marking a massive shift in how blue-collar workers view the rapid evolution of physical automation. Today, we are going to break down exactly what happened at this Hyundai facility, look closely at the automaker's massive deployment plans, and analyze why the introduction of bipedal humanoid machines has triggered a level of fear that traditional stationary assembly line arms never did. For decades, automotive factories have been highly automated. Heavy, stationary robotic arms have welded frames, painted bodies, and lifted heavy components. Human workers adapted to this, learning to work alongside these machines. But the emergence of highly versatile, mobile humanoid robots designed specifically to navigate spaces built for humans has completely changed the equation. The fear of total replacement is no longer a slow burn, it is an active fire. This anxiety recently culminated in an unprecedented labor strike at a Hyundai manufacturing facility. According to confirmed industry reports, the primary catalyst for this walkout was the explicit fear of humanoid robots displacing human staff. While unions have historically fought over wages, healthcare, and working hours, this action represents one of the first major organized labor strikes centered squarely on the physical deployment of human-shaped machines on the factory floor. This union anxiety is not without foundation. Hyundai has openly declared highly ambitious automation targets. The manufacturer aims to deploy as many as 25,000 Atlas humanoid robots, with the initial rollout scheduled to begin at their United States factories starting in 2028. This is not a small-scale pilot program, it is a massive, coordinated industrial transition designed to integrate thousands of highly capable machines into active production lines. Let's clarify what the Atlas robot actually is. Developed by Boston Dynamics, which is owned by Hyundai, the latest iteration of Atlas is a fully electric humanoid robot. Unlike older hydraulic models, this version is quieter, stronger, and far more agile. It doesn't just mimic human movement, it is designed to exceed human range of motion to complete tasks like carrying heavy, awkward car parts through tight spaces. Because it occupies the exact same physical footprint as a human worker, it requires zero factory redesign to deploy. The implications of this are profound. Because Atlas operates within the human footprint, employers do not need to spend millions retooling their assembly lines to accommodate them. They can simply swap a human out and put a robot in. For corporate executives, this represents a massive long-term reduction in labor costs, liability, and downtime. But for the assembly line workers, it represents an existential threat to their livelihoods that they cannot easily retrain for. However, we must look at the immense challenges Hyundai faces. Deploying 25,000 complex humanoid robots in just a few years is an engineering and logistical mountain. These machines require constant maintenance, specialized software updates, and massive amounts of electricity. Additionally, because this news relies on early reports of the strike, we must treat the exact deployment timeline of 2028 as an ambitious target rather than an absolute certainty. On the other hand, proponents of humanoid deployment argue that these machines are not meant to eliminate human workers entirely. Instead, they claim robots will take over the most dangerous, repetitive, and ergonomically damaging tasks on the assembly line. In this view, robots act as a protective buffer, reducing workplace injuries and allowing human employees to transition into safer, higher-value supervisory and maintenance roles. Regardless of which side you lean toward, this strike at Hyundai is a preview of the next decade of industrial relations. As bipedal robots become cheaper to manufacture and more capable of complex physical labor, we will likely see similar labor disputes erupt across other sectors, including warehousing, logistics, and retail. The year 2028 is approaching rapidly, and the rules of the workplace are being rewritten in real time. What started as a localized dispute at an auto plant is actually the opening salvo of a global conversation. We have officially entered an era where human workers are actively organized to halt the march of humanoid machines. How Hyundai handles this strike, and whether they can successfully hit their target of deploying 25,000 Atlas units by 2028, will set the blueprint for every major manufacturer on Earth. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on how advanced robotics and AI are reshaping our physical world, make sure to subscribe to 180 Jitter. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Would you strike if humanoid robots were introduced to your workplace? Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next analysis.